Cook it up in that VTuber community. I'm running shit, I got diplomatic immunity. I run my mouth and there's no getting it through to me. I'm Lumi, such a poet, I speak this shit all so beautifully. King, I'm killing it, killing shit, this ain't new to me. Such a lonely road traveled, I do it dutifully. I see the pleasure in solo, so I just murder shit. And if I die and perish, my channel.
What up, what's happening, people? For those of you who don't know who I am Lumiere Grimson. I am the alter ego of the MC in my own web novel. I love, and I repeat, love to indulge in hood rat activities, and yes, I am a complete fucking degen. But this is not about me. This is about this handsome fella that I have on session today. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, my friend?
Well, hello everybody, my name is still a Markiplier intro, but my name is DawnStealerVT. I'm a RP VTuber that people often have the running joke of calling me a chicken because of my wings. Except for that, I'm usually just stream on Twitch as a variety streamer, mainly Warframe and a few other games. Yeah, that's most of it. I just play a lot, draw a lot, sing, and that.
I fucking love it. You almost had me fucking break character off with the whole Markiplier thing, goddammit. So, obviously, you know the rundown of how we're gonna do this. I kind of briefly touched on it, but let's fucking get right into it, my friend, because I have a feeling this is gonna be a very interesting interview, for sure, for sure. So, you already gave your name. Let's get your handles. Give me the handles for all your socials and your Twitch.
Well, it's real easy. It's just DawnStealerVT basically everywhere. Okay. Twitter, I think, yeah, Twitter, Twitch, Blue Sky is basically all of that, and then YouTube is all. You will also get to my channel if you do DawnStealerVT and TikTok. So, real easy.
Beautiful, beautiful. Did I just hear a fucking bottle in the background? Are you cracking bottles in the background?
I am not drinking for this. That is for one. It's a Pringles can that was actually accidentally popping up and open.
I was gonna say, hold on a second. If we're fucking doing that, if this is that kind of interview, I'm gonna go grab some shit real quick. So, what platforms, socials wise, and then streaming wise, are you most active on?
Well, I'm most active on Twitch. I usually I try to stream 3 to 5 times a week if I don't fuck it up and have the energy that week. The main ones I use is Twitter besides that and Discord, but except for that, TikTok, YouTube, I need to get better at it, but I don't use it that much per se.
Fair.
So, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. You know, with the whole TikTok ban for the whole 18 hours it was fucking down, you know, do you see everybody going crazy?
Oh yeah, I love to see like every single account post like, okay, for this, if this is the last video, and then 18 hours later, oh, TikTok is back.
I think I posted a tweet that people I don't think we're too privy to. I was like, yo, you guys, how do you guys feel about after all that complaining and everything, knowing that it fucking is finally back up after less than a day? Yeah, I don't think that was received very well.
Yes.
Yeah, no. So, why don't you go ahead and explain the inspiration behind your OC a little bit?
Oh, that is actually a fun one. There is a I don't know how I got. I think the bird aspect I got because of the fact that I would have gone for like a demon or a wolf, but those have been the most saturated kind of VTubers.
Yeah.
Like, especially wolf or cat or that kind of thing is so often seen. So I was like, okay, I still want an animal. And then a buddy of mine, I think, recommended me a game called Arknights.
Okay.
I didn't play it for that long, but there was a specific bird race in it. It starts with an L. I don't know the full name, but it was a really cool looking bird race that had like head wings and also like a lot of birds features while still being mostly human. And I love the idea of a harpy as well, so I just combined that. A fun fact about my model also, those little like horn things you see in my hair.
Yeah.
Those are actually based off a bird called the horned lark.
Okay.
Their little tufts of hair make it look like they have horns. So I wanted to include that little detail.
So where is this bird indigenous to?
That's a good question. I'm totally not looking it up on Google. It is out of the New World, as in Eurasia and North Africa.
Okay. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
something like that.
Okay. I was like, hold on, New World. What you talking about? New World? Like New World Order? Are we
Yeah.
talking like the elite running the fucking the world right now? What are we talking about here?
I don't think they mean that one, but I am not a scientist or a genius.
I love that. I love it. I love it. So we have the inspiration behind the character. We got the handles and where you're most active on. Let's see. Who would you consider your Oshi in the community if you have one? Then when I say the community,
Oh,
you can go IRL streaming and then VTubing if you would.
okay. Streaming, I wouldn't say I know really someone. If we talk about content creation in IRL, it has to be, well, Markiplier. I love how there was one of those Twitter analysis things where it was like also saying your celebrity twin, and it actually put down Markiplier. So it seems I have, because of how much I've watched him, I've combined some of his elements into my own style of making jokes and doing stupid shit mostly. Um, but if we talk about she's in like streaming and then like general, it would be I do have them in my handle, which is Kuro is one,
Okay.
K9 Kuro.
Yep.
Wilhelm Vanderbos, which is a VTuber from Globy, which is also a Dutch owl,
Okay.
and Rikami. Those are like the Oshis right now. But if we talk about like the very first Oshi, it should be an artist called Nanoless,
Okay.
if you know them.
I do not. I do not. So, okay. So obviously their art is pretty fucking good, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah, Nanoless is the artist that has done the art for Cinder, for Silverveil, for Fruits, for Zandrea, an Iron Mouse model, Yoichi, I don't
Yokelish.
remember. Yeah, Yokelish, and a few other people I don't remember their names of. But like, yeah, some Vshoujo members, some indie VTubers that are like very big and stuff.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah. Well, I can tell you right now, if they're doing the art for all those big names and shit, they're probably fucking balling with that money. Holy shit.
yeah, it was fun. It was funny because they started basically when I started my VTubing career, I joined their server, and I just watched a lot of how they were drawing. They were basically my first inspiration to get into drawing for real.
Yeah.
Because I've been drawing for a while, and now this was like, okay, maybe now I want to actually get serious so I can do like similar stuff.
That's fucking amazing. Now, I want to kind of jog back a little bit. I believe the second, I don't remember, obviously, the exact name, but like the second VTuber you were talking about, you said they were Dutch. Are you also Dutch?
Yes, I am Dutch.
Okay, okay. Fuck yeah. Okay, I need you to explain to me the landscape of your country.
Flat.
Is it like hellacious, like green, beautiful, fucking clear skies, or is it like you know, like kind of like you know, England, or like a London type of England where it's like foggy all the time? Like, how's it look?
I would say it has like the London type of look, but the sky is a lot more clear. We do have similar, like lots of rain and stuff. That is the same.
Okay.
But since we are a country that lies under the sea level,
Okay.
and are surrounded by the ocean, basically from most sides, it means that it can get quite cold, but not as cold as like some other countries. So
That's fucking dope. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I have I think it's called thalassophobia. I am
Yeah.
fucking deathly afraid of fucking deep water, bro. Like the ocean, especially. Oh my god. So being below sea level, that's scary as fuck, dog. Oh my god. Oh, how do you do it?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
I don't know. I've joked about like if someone broke the walls, broke our dams down, it would flood the entire country before. So,
Oh, oh my god. Oh my
yeah,
god, that's terrifying. Oh shit.
I'm surprised no one has done that.
That's fucking wild. Oh my god. Alright, since I know you're Dutch now, speak a couple sentences in your vernacular, your native language. I want to hear it in that sexy voice.
That caught me off guard, the sexy voice thing. But is there anything specific you want me to say, or?
Just say whatever. Just say whatever. I'm gonna look it up and make sure you're not insulting me.
I'm just gonna basically be calling you an asshole. Nou, als we Nederlands gaan praten, dan hoor je dit soort accent. Er is niet heel veel om over Nederlands te praten. Je hebt de stereotypes, je hebt heel veel wegen. De fietsers kunnen de tering krijgen. En ja, dat is alles.
Oh
That's
man.
all.
Yo, you know, I'm not gonna lie, you made me a little chubby there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Everybody who comes on this podcast, they have to be ready for the fuckery that I throw at them because you know, I'm very open about when I talk or like when I speak, and like I pretty much have no fucking filter, which is why I call myself DGen Supreme. I it is what it
I've
is.
seen so many of your posts. I know.
I apologize for nothing.
Good.
Oh god. All right, we gotta I'm throwing the fishing line right back, reeling it back in. Okay. All right, back to it. What is kind of your end goal with this whole content creation thing? When it's all said and done and you decide you either want to graduate or want to stop doing it, what do you hope to accomplish by the end of it?
Well, it's actually is quite easy because I've also kind of already been doing that. It's just like how I started. It's just making as many people smile and have had fun as possible. So I, of course, want to release more music. I want to do more voice acting, that kind of shit, and
Yeah.
draw. So I'd hope I can like leave a lasting impression. Like, let's say I graduate in 2-3 years, which I'm not seeing unless I'm like actually really not having time. I would say that if I then would graduate, and depending on how good I get at stuff, like imagine I get better at drawing, if I can then give someone a successful model debut, for example,
Yeah.
I will be able to graduate and then see like, okay, I've helped this person start their career. Let's hope they get just as good as a career as I had gotten. Basically like that.
I love that. Yo, that's so fucking dope. The fact that you want to, one, just like make as many people smile and like bring them joy, and then two, you want to help. And when I say break people's careers, I don't mean it in like a negative sense. That's just like American slang.
Yeah.
But like you want to break as many careers as possible and shit, so they break into the sphere. That's dope. That's very admirable of you. Seriously, I love that. Wow. Oh man, you know what? I knew that I liked you before we even started this podcast, but after talking to you for fucking 14 minutes and 24 seconds, I can concretely say that one, you're a fucking really good person, and two, I don't just like you, I really like you. I really respect the fuck out of you for that. So, hats off to you, my friend. Seriously.
Try my best to be like that, so
Yeah.
I'm glad it's.
Absolutely. So how did you kind of hear about what your VTubing? Like, what was your first interaction with VTubers, and how did you hear about it?
Oh my god, that's actually a really good one. I think since it's been a while, I think it's mostly been through the whole live members.
Okay.
There's one of them in particular that I saw a lot, which I also started like. I actually tried learning Japanese for them, which was what are the name? Always forget. think it was from the first gen or something already, or like later. Oh, Nakiri Ayame.
Okay.
They were the first few. They were one of the first few VTubers that I constantly kept seeing, and also some of the Nijisanji members in the past, like what was the name? It was like the Fox Mom. I made art of her. I don't remember her name. Ah, I don't remember the name.
That's
But
okay.
yeah,
That's okay.
some Shoujo members in whole life clips started like going into my homepage more and more, so I started watching them. And eventually, what I decided to do was just after that, I was like, okay, my friends told me about streaming because I yapped so much during League of Legends. Yes, I played League of Legends. I have played it for nearly 6 years. I hate myself too. I know.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm starting to rethink my liking of you. You actually no, I'm starting to like you more. You must be super toxic.
I could be, but I was not in chat. I was doing that in the VC with friends. No. Basically, that started into like, well, because they were like, okay, you yap so much, to fucking stream or something. So then, after learning of like more and more VTubers, that's also how I got into it. Because of like, woo, I don't have to show myself because I can have a funny anime character.
Love it. I love that. Yeah, that's. I feel like that's how a lot of us kind of got started, just like wanting to have that whole anime persona, if you will. Because back in like 2015, 2016, it might even, yeah, like probably right around there, I was streaming Destiny like as a face cam streamer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was fucking. Oh, those were the days, man. But back then, like, you know, when you would stream, you'd have to have, like, I was off of Xbox 360 at the time, so you'd have, like, that big-ass fucking camera that you would mount to the top of your TV.
Oh yeah.
That thing is fucking, like, looking at it now, that thing is like a fucking concealed weapon. Like, you could bludgeon somebody to death with that fucking thing, you know?
Probably, I'm guessing probably someone actually has done that.
You know, it would not surprise me, but you know, if that were the case, I'm sure like Microsoft probably did some things to cover it up because they don't want their you know, their components of their platforms to be utilized as a fucking weapon moving forward. So I could definitely see that though. Oh my
Yeah.
God. So okay, so we talked about how you first heard about VTubing, and then you kind of touched on it as you were given that description of how you like heard of it, but like what actually was the catalyst in you getting started VTubing?
Oh, that's actually a good one. Like what started it? I think that interaction with friends was like the actual catalyst of it. Being like, yo, stop yapping so much during it. You should become a streamer if you yap so much. So I think that was like the core core thing that set everything in place. Just like people going, just go stream if you talk so much already.
What do you think was the hardest part about actually getting started?
At first, I wanted to draw my own one.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the skills for that, nor even digital. So I was like making a traditional sketch. Looking back on it, I'm like, what did I try? I'm glad I didn't go for that one. But to be fair, it wasn't looking bad, but it was it would not have been something I would have continued with. Yeah, I think the hardest part of it was just getting the model and everything set. I luckily did find like the customizable chibi one at first, and then the PNG.
Okay.
So it wasn't that bad, but it was just getting it started, just getting the stuff prepared for it.
I can totally attest to that. I drew my first two models. The first model I didn't actually end up using, but the second one was just like a half body. And like back then, you know, I didn't really know shit about VTubing. So when I actually got it rigged and stuff, it was basically just like a PNG that was cut, and then like each individual segment was rigged. So the way it moved and
Oh,
everything, the way it looked was fucking horrendous. But you know what? It was how I started, so I can't even hate.
if it works, it works.
Amen to that. Amen to that, my friend. So what would you say has been the hardest or biggest struggle in your content creation journey thus far?
I think there was, okay, without going too much into depth, because it is like I don't want to call people out or
Yeah,
talk about it, but
no worries.
um, from the very first like group that I joined, I learned of I got to know a lot of people.
Yeah.
The group doesn't exist anymore because the something went wrong and they actually deleted everything. Um, then with those friends we made a group, our own group, and stuff happened. More stuff happened. Eventually, I basically had to both sides had to cut ties, and that almost says like that almost felt like I said ties, but I meant ties.
Yeah.
Um,
I had to cut thighs. Yes. Cut them up with
damn
my
King.
tongue. Oh my god.
They say I have big thighs, but not that kind. No.
Squash a watermelon
No.
with them fucking things. Jesus.
Oh, new content idea next video. Just no.
It's hard. It's hard. I've tried it. It's so fucking hard. Oh,
That's what she said.
oh god. Oh fuck.
No, but basically, that was like the first half year of my VTubing career, so it was rough since it felt like I almost lost, except for my platforms, it felt like I just lost half a year of my actual career.
Yeah.
I to this day I still have a few people, like maybe 1 to 3 that I know from that one I actively talk with. But except for that, I basically lost that entire friend group and also just lost contact with a lot of people from the past. So I would say the hardest part about the content creation was picking myself back up and trying to get the motivation to stream after that didn't work out, and after even my stats itself were not looking like, were not motivating me at all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very daunting to some people, is the numbers and stuff. A lot of people play into the analytics a lot, and I can tell that's a motivation killer for a lot of people. But kind of jogging back to what you said, you lost like 6 months of progress. There have been a couple friend groups that I've been a part of that, you know, we don't necessarily like speak anymore or anything like that. But there won't be any bad blood, you know, it is what it is. The one thing I can recommend to a lot of people, especially people starting out, is just be selective about who you tell certain things to, because you don't want your fucking business being put out there, and it will happen in this community.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
People really like to leak stuff and cause drama for no reason when it could have been in DMs.
Yep. Oh yeah. We won't go into that, but like
Mm-hmm.
you know, I went through some shit. Really won't speak on that, like I said, but I went through some shit back in like July, and I fucking was off socials and everything for like 2 months because of the situation. But also, like, I was trying to keep my like my Twitch and everything intact, because I ended up performing my music at TwitchCon last year. Shout out to Vivi, by the way, Vivi Chan the Dragon. She ended up performing with me, but we had a 45-minute set and everything, but I had to keep my mouth shut and just not fucking say anything for like 2 months. And so it was tough, man, because you work your fucking ass off for my, you know, in my case it was like a little over like a year and 3 months, and I felt like coming back was just so fucking hard. Like, it was almost like starting from scratch. So
Yeah,
it's
that's when you need to take like a hiatus. It usually is like needed, but oh god, does it like hurt your hurt your VTubing career sometimes.
Yeah. A lot of people, they adapt that philosophy of like out of sight, out of mind and stuff. So like coming back after not posting shit for like 2 months, like the interaction and like the reach was just fucking killed. It was killed. But you know, we can look back at it now 6 months later and be like, you know what, regardless of what happened, I fucking made it through that situation. And you know, now I would say I'm poised for a better position now than I was. So you gotta love the bounce back, because a lot of people can't bounce back from that shit, or they don't bounce back from it, and it's very, very sad. You know,
There's always a bright future ahead of it.
yeah, and you know, anything that's worth it, or like worth the while, or like, you know, worth all the pain and everything, is never gonna be easy. And so a lot of people need to understand that like shit does get tough, or times do get hard, but you just got to keep on fucking pushing through the negative, because there will be positive in that negative. So I love I love that you didn't give up, and you know, you kept pushing and trucking and moving forward, man. Shout out to you. Big salute on that, brother.
I honestly am so glad I did that too, because due to that I have my now I actually have a really tight friend group where which this will be funny. One of them is actually someone that I call them my daughter, they call me their father, because we are just so fucking similar that it feels like they are my actual daughter when it's not. One I call my brother, even though he's not, and we call each other a bitch always. One of them is their is the fiance of that daughter, so it's like son-in-law, which is also fucking funny because he also takes off a lot of me.
Yeah.
And so it's just like a really tight friend group. I've also managed to like double a lot of stuff that I had, like just analytic wise, and now I don't look at numbers that much anymore. Like back then it was like, I can say there were like 2-3 viewers always, and like no one talking, so it demotivated me a lot. But nowadays it's just like, I'm seeing how many people, I'm not seeing how many people there are. If there's 3, fine by me. If there's 8, perfect. I don't care. I am just yapping. I'm doing my own fucking thing. If you like it, you like it. And it's been working, because I've seen how much in the past 2-3 months when I've actually been trying again, my growth has been quite well, and I'm really happy for that.
I love that. I consider VTubing like going from like an infancy to like a teenager phase to like your adult phase and shit, right? So like, you know, you'll start off, you'll have like 1, 2, 3 viewers, 4 viewers, and then fucking out of nowhere you'll hit a growth spurt, if you will, you know, and then you'll jump to like 15, 20 consistent, and then fucking, you know, you either stay and hover around there, or you continue to grow. But like either way, stressing over the analytics is not healthy. Shit is not healthy.
A lot of people forget that it's not you debut. It's not. There are some people that debut and gain like a really quick following, but genuinely. Wait, that's not even the word I was meaning to say. On average, I'll just say on average, most people do not get the growth in like a year. Some people have been VTubing for like nearly 10 years and have gotten less growth than someone that started like only a year ago.
Yeah.
So that's what people forget. It's not an instant boom. Some people can take forever to get their growth. Some people do not get their growth, and some people get their growth easily. But it's about how much fun you're having doing it.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Another thing that's really big, and you know, I try to preach this, is like having a budget, right? Because if you don't have a budget allocated or set aside, it's going to be very hard to just start piecing everything together one by one, because you know, you got to buy panels, you got to buy the overlays, sometimes background music, you got to buy the model, the rigging, all the art pieces to accommodate. It's like, it's not, this is a fucking expensive hobby, my friend.
I think people go into VTubing, but I think they rather just would want to get an OC to make art for, because the amount of VTubers that I've seen that are just addicted to getting art is insane.
Oh my god.
It's like brother, you're getting a like $200 art piece every single week. Are you okay?
Dude, listen, all right. Listen, all right. If you
Did I just call you out?
listen, if you go through my fucking media feed, I counted at in like November how many pieces I had commissioned since starting, which was like a year and a half. And I was over 180 pieces. I think now I'm at like 220-ish. And you know, some of them I won't ever reuse because it was like my old model before we kind of settled on this fucking design and everything. So yes, art can be a fucking addiction. It really can. So you gotta have money set aside for that shit, and never go broke doing this shit. I can't stress that enough, because a lot of people will just hemorrhage funds and everything to like try to support their career, and like, you know, you can't go in that with the mindset of like being like, oh, I'm gonna make ass loads of money. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry.
It's like you're probably gonna spend more than you're gonna earn if
Oh yeah, most definitely, my friend. All right, well, fuck, man, we haven't even got through the fucking first. This is the last question of the first set, and we're already a half hour into this, so you're fucking doing amazing. Oh my god.
I told you, yeah,
I no, that is the whole premise of this podcast. We love yappers on here because then we get to know exactly who the fuck you are. You know what I mean?
I'm an idiot chicken nugget.
God damn it. Oh my god. Do you have any advice for somebody who's just starting out in the community? Best piece of advice.
Ooh. You did say some of the things that I would recommend, but I feel like the biggest thing is to stay true to yourself. Like, in the beginning, I was very fucking shy, and I was like, I'm gonna withhold myself. I was actually very say-so in the beginning, I feel like.
Same.
Now I cannot say that with the amount of jokes I made, that I'm even looking back and I'm like, wow, you are just aggressively flirting with your friends. They do it back, but I'm just like, damn, you would win the competition if there was some rewards.
Oh my god. I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like, I have been like, I know that I'm a flirty person. I know that I am stupid with a lot of things. People will tell me instantly like, oh no, you're not stupid. Brother, I spent like 45 minutes on a Honker Star Rail puzzle that is easy. And because I do not see it. So yes, I am stupid, but it also creates for fucking hilarious moments where I'm just like sitting there for half an hour. You hear me just going, oh no, my brain. And then I finish, then I get the solution. I'm like, oh, disappointment.
Oh no, you know, they say people who don't perceive things the same as others generally have a very high intellect or IQ, so you're probably a fucking genius, low-key.
I would not say that per se. I am, I'd say I did pretty well at school, I guess, but I wouldn't say I'm a genius.
Well, I got kicked out of high school. Yep.
Ah.
I got kicked out of high school, but I ended up fucking getting my high school diploma and then, you know, going to college and shit. But I went the trade route and shit. So like I used to work with detonates and explosives and stuff. I was a explosion technician for a while. Sold mortgages after that.
Maybe I should not say ooh to explosive. That sounds
yo, government, US government, fucking Dutch government, do not censor us. We are not talking about fucking detonate squibs or fucking anything of the matter.
No.
ATF, please don't raid my fucking house. Holy shit. Yeah.
Basically just stay yourself. If you, well, of course you don't if you're an asshole, don't show that. That is probably not what you need, what you should show to people. None the way it's in hiding it, but you should just be a good person. But yeah, just embrace what you are yourself.
Yes.
Just try to play into that. If it works, it works. If my aggressive flirting with my friends is funny to people, it is working. It is making them laugh. So my goal is working.
Oh my god. Mr. Dawn Steal Your Girl. You heard it from him first. Don't show your asshole, people.
I mean, for no reason do I have a document with like 30 plus names where it's just like daddy stealer, mommy stealer, leg stealer, anything they can think of, mainly due to this friend group, that anything they can think of, they add in front of stealer, and it works because it's, well, stealer can be put after everything. So, yeah.
So then riddle me this, right? If you're a stealer of all sorts, are you a kleptomaniac?
Wait, what? I forgot what a kleptomaniac
is. Go ahead and look it up. Go ahead, look it up.
I spelled klepto wrong. What is that? Oh, that's in Dutch. There we go. Oh, it's in to resist the urge to steal items. No, I don't willingly steal items. I just get people just think. Oh, also no, I can't, because if I'm a daddy stealer or mommy stealer, I would say that they are an item, which would not be true.
That's a fair point. God damn it! See, that's
loopholes.
That's where that big brain intellect comes in. I love that. Oh my god, ding, 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 ding. Oh, you fucking hear that, people? Guess what round it is? Guess what time it is? It's time for the rapid fire round.
My brain was like, do I need to guess?
No. This is the rapid fire round. So I'm going to say a couple of things. I'm going to say some words, but just know that the word I say is accompanied basically by favorite, right? So
my favorite?
Yep. So I'll just go favorite color.
Oh. Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
I think so.
Are you ready?
Yes, sure.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Favorite color.
Purple.
Anime.
Steins Gate.
Snack.
Brownies.
Food.
Sushi.
Time of year.
Like season or something? Wait.
Yep.
I am fucking up my brain. Winter.
Vacation.
None.
Month.
August.
Position.
Huh? You caught me off guard with that one. No comment.
I'm sorry.
I'm not exposing that to the public.
Ding, 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 ding. End of the rapid fire round. That one always jams everybody up. There's only been 2 fucking people when I do that one that were like, well, one was like 69, the other one was like doggy. I'm like, what the fuck? You were so quick with that, like you were expecting it. They're like, wait a second. It's like, yeah, this is gonna be the interview, don't worry.
I know what you mean with position. So I was like, no.
There was 2 other people actually. The first one I did, my boy Cosmic Kaido. Fucking Kaido was like, defensive end. I'm like, yo, you fucked me up with that one, because I would definitely have not thought of defensive end like fucking like football player. And then another one was like CEO. I'm like, I see what you fucking did there.
I could have just said on top of the house, like just on top of the house, and just like. Huh?
So, all right, it's confirmed. Dawn loves missionary.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not.
That's an admission of guilt. I love it. Don't worry, you're not alone. I like making eye contact when I'm fucking. I'm sorry. Jesus.
Sports, I have to be a bit more quiet, so I can't laugh too much.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay. Yes.
It's like, oh, he brings back the sexy voice. Okay.
No. I didn't mean to do that on purpose.
No, you did. You did. Don't lie. You were trying to riz. He's trying to riz y'all.
No. No, I ain't trying to riz anybody. I don't know.
Don't
I am an intentional riz, not actual riz.
Listen, you cannot sit here and cap on this podcast. You just told me you flirt with everybody. You're fucking flirting with the people who are watching this right now. You pervert.
Hey, no.
I'm just kidding. All right. Oh my god. All right. Rapid fire round is over. We made it through the vanilla VTubing questions. Now it's time to get into a little bit more personal and IRL type shit. You ready for this, my friend?
No.
No.
Yes.
No. No. I love it.
That was the first thing my brain thought of. Like, oh, just do that.
Oh my god. All right. So we kind of spoke on essentially like long-term goals as a VTuber and stuff, but I want to know some of your long-term goals. We'll say the next 5 years. Like, what are some of your 5-year goals in real life, like outside of content creation and VTubing?
It's actually funny because I want to go do a baking or cooking study again.
Love that.
Because I love baking mainly brownies and pancakes.
Okay.
That's why brownies is my favorite snack, because I just make them for myself.
I love that.
Yeah, I really want to just go back into baking more and getting actual serious with it.
Yeah.
And like 5 years later, that would mean that I'd be able to get the diploma for that, to start working more in that area. Well, of course, it'd be lovely to have a partner.
Yeah.
Especially since 5 years is a lot of time later. I'll be
Yes.
I can call myself old already, even though I'm not.
Oh, I don't think you're older than me, my friend.
I don't know. What do you think?
How old do I think you are?
Yes.
I would say, just based on the way you carry yourself, I would say you're anywhere from like 28 to 30.
Fuck. Oh, you too.
No? Am I wrong?
Yes, by quite a lot.
No shit. What? Okay, well, I'm 35.
Oh, I'm 21.
Oh my god, yo, that's fucking beautiful. That means this is, I just gassed you up then, fam. That means I fucking thought you were a lot more mature. You know what I mean?
The thing is, the average that I get is 25, 30, so I am very used to it, especially since a lot of people base my age on my, well, voice. That's the main thing.
I told you.
So,
I told you got a sexy ass voice. So I mean, 21 years in the game, 21 years out the womb, and you're already fucking sounding like that. When you're 35, you're gonna sound like this, my friend. I promise you.
oh, I guess start sounding like that already if I wanted to.
Oh God.
You can tell I love my deep accents.
I love that. Yeah, I attribute my voice to the 20 years I smoked marijuana. Yes, I smoked weed for 20 years. I actually just quit like 8 months ago, and it sucked at first, but now it's fucking amazing. I can actually think clearly.
Hey, I mean, congrats to you, brother.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that for sure. Okay, so you want to find a partner? You want to get your degree? You want to start baking more? Any other?
Honestly, 5 years might be too early for that, but yeah, basically, maybe even instead of just baking in general, like opening my own bakery is a long-term goal that I've always been thinking of.
Fuck. Well, you open up your own bakery. I want to be one of your first fucking clients. You got to ship that shit to the States, though.
Oh yeah, international shipping.
I will pay $200 for one single fucking brownie.
Brother, you're getting more than just one then. That is, I'm not.
I love that.
Making a batch of brownies is not gonna be. I'm not gonna make a batch of brownies and fucking ask 200. My God.
Well, I mean, the shipping itself is gonna be like $150 probably.
Yeah, but still, but you can make brownies for like less than 5 or something.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
But listen, I can make brownies, yeah, but I want to try your fucking brownies.
Fair.
I want to try them fucking delicious Dutch brownies. Oh.
They will not have any weed in them, though. Okay.
Oh God. Yo, if you snuck some weed in them fucking brownies and you sent them to me and I ate them, I would probably fucking melt. I would probably melt. Let me tell you the story. One time, I made a batch of fucking special brownies. We'll call them special brownies for purposes of the podcast. And, you know, when you make your own brownies and shit, like from home, you know, you tend to over or underestimate the amount of extract that you put in, like the butter, or in my instance, the coconut oil. And I made a batch of brownies. I ate one. After like 45 minutes, I was like, oh man, I didn't make these strong enough. So I proceeded to eat fucking 2 more.
And then it hits, or
By the time the 3rd one hit, I was laying in my bed looking at the ceiling and all of like the dots inside of my drop ceiling tiles and crying because I was laughing so fucking hard because they were so awkward looking. They looked so just fucking like I couldn't handle myself. And then after that, after like 4 hours or whatever, I'm like, I got this big ass fucking fur blanket with a lion on it, and I'm completely wrapped in it. And the only thing that's visible of my body is just my one eye. And I have the controller, the Xbox controller in my hand, and I'm in a fucking I'm in a raid on Destiny, and I'm not moving. And my little brother walks downstairs and he goes, "Yo, are you okay?" And I just turn my fucking head ever so slightly and give him the side eye, and I go, "No." And he just looked at me and he's like, "Okay then," and fucking walked away. And that was it, dude. I was gone for like a full 24 fucking hours. It was bad.
I don't even need brownies to laugh for 4 hours with that sometimes.
Oh, I love that. Oh my god. All right. So to me, it sounds like you kind of touched on the next question I was gonna ask, but I'm gonna ask it just for the fuck of it. Obviously, what is your dream job if you're not already working it?
Oh yeah, well, dream job being a baker.
Yep.
So that seems kind of obvious then.
Yep. Okay. So all right. So if we already let's take baker off the table. If you were to say have some other sort of dream job, what would it potentially be?
I would say teacher.
Okay.
That is, I don't know what I would teach. What would I actually teach? I would probably, if I would start being a teacher, depend on where. If I was like college teacher, probably some kind of like psychology or something, since the the human mind, it sounds weird saying it like that, the human mind is very fucking interesting to me, to how someone how do you say it the best way? How disabilities happen, how people can do horrible stuff, like how did they manage to get their brain so fucked up they actually started to like kill people, they started to cut them up, they started doing all that kind of weird stuff. Or even or even the complete opposite, like how did people figure out those kind of kings, for example? Like there had to be someone that tried that specific thing, liked it, and more people started liking it. How did you manage to think of that, like the horrible kind of things in that way? Like how? But also just like going into a city and just seeing people walk by and just being like, what are they thinking? Why did they buy that specifically? Why are they interacting like that? Why are they like, they're a couple, but why are they like walking too far apart? Did something happen? It's like that. People fascinate me in the way they think, walk, do anything what they can do interests me.
So it sounds like you're pretty good at like hyper analyzing people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can.
I like that.
Except for age things, but I can usually tell from the way someone. It's one thing, especially with voices. I can usually hear someone's voice shift very easily. Like if someone gets upset by something, I can instantly pick up from their tone of the voice that they actually are upset.
Yeah. Well, there are very subtle differences in tonality
Mm-hmm.
that a lot of people are not so privy to. Like I'm very I would consider myself a very emotionally intelligent person. So like especially in like face-to-face interaction and stuff, I pick up on things real quick, especially like energy shifts. Because you can tell like when somebody is like putting on like a smile and shit, but like inside they're like fucking fuming, you know. I'm very
Yeah.
very big on like analyzing people's like energies and like tonalities and like body language especially, and that's another part of psychology I'd imagine, you know.
Yeah. People's body languages can say entirely different thing from the way they act. Like someone can have their arms crossed and it can mean they're actually angry, but they're trying to say that they're not angry, for example.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, so I've never actually asked this question before, but since we're kind of on the subject of like psychology and whatnot, if you were to resurrect anybody from the dead just so you could interview them, talk to them, analyze them in all of human history, who would it be and why?
Hmm. I feel like an obvious answer would be the guy that did World War II, that entire thing.
Oh, okay.
But there's also a lot of things already figured out about him and how he works.
Yeah.
So I would say the one I would find the most interesting is like someone that hasn't been found. Like I think I don't know if that actually is true, but like people like Jack the Ripper and stuff, like no one ever knew who he was and still don't.
Yeah.
Those are the kinds of people that I would like to like. I think they are dead right now, so I'd be like I want to resurrect them so I can be like, why did you do all of those things? How did you do them? How did you even get away? Like, no one knows who you are, but everyone knows what you've done.
Yeah.
Like, how? That is the fascinating thing. Like, how did you manage to trick people and yet do something that is so obvious?
See,
That
no, that's fucking dope. That's dope. I never would have thought Jack the Ripper, but it's funny you say that because have you ever seen the show Record of Ragnarok or the anime?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so I don't know. Have you read the manga at all?
Not the manga. I've only watched the first season, I think, of it.
So I won't give away any details of anything, but one of the fighters on the human side ends up being Nikola Tesla. And like to me that would be like somebody I would want to fucking just talk to and have a conversation with, because that motherfucker was so brilliant and yet he lived such an impoverished life and was like basically fucked over by the
Oh.
government, and like but he was, in my opinion, he was one of the most brilliant fucking minds of all time. So I would love to just analyze him and see how he came up with all these fucking ideologies and theories, and how he fucking like came up with like the idea of like a Tesla coil, you know, or like how he came up with a theory of like basically being able to create like infinite energy. Like that to me would be fucking crazy.
Oh, I can definitely see that one as well. That is a good one too.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. All right, we gotta reel it back in. Let's go, let's go. What are your top 3 favorite movies of all time? And then aside from movies, I know you said Steins Gate was your favorite anime, but after movies, give me your top 3 favorite animes of all time.
Oh, I actually do not watch that many movies, so it would be more like the recent ones.
Okay.
Well, it's unfair to put all three of all Deadpool movies in there. So I'd group them just by calling them Deadpool.
Okay.
That would be like that would be like number one, just because of the fact that I love Ryan Reynolds and his fucking humor in those
Yeah.
movies is incredible.
Yes.
Besides that, I would barely even be able to say 2 other movies. One recent one that I have watched is like the Spider-Verse because of Marvel Rivals.
Okay.
That is one I would say, because it's also one of the only ones I remember now, put that on there. And for a third one, I wouldn't even know a name of one on top of my head.
Hey, no worries, no worries. All right, what about top 3 animes? You said Steins Gate was #1, yeah?
Yeah,
What is-
Steins Gate was always number one for me, mainly because of the fact of it just being very. The concept of time travel was very intriguing in the anime.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I definitely can see that. What about the other 2?
Violet Evergarden.
Okay.
It is one of the shows that was so beautiful with storytelling and art and stuff that I actually cried for most of that show.
Oh shit.
It is. I loved it so much. It was a pretty in-depth story, but also such gorgeous art.
Hell yeah.
And the third one, it can be tied between a lot of shows. But I would say I honestly enjoyed like Black Butler a lot. I still need to watch the recent one, but it was an anime I enjoyed a lot.
Okay, so I haven't watched Black Butler or Violet Evergarden. I watched a little bit of Steins Gate, but I'm gonna have to check. So is Violet Evergarden like a slice of life type anime, or like what
Um,
would you consider it, the category wise?
it is actually a drama anime,
Okay.
which is funny because it is true.
No wait, it's based off of like a true story?
Oh no, I meant
Oh.
like.
Oh.
I mean it could it is not based off a true story, but I could see how this kind of story could have happened IRL.
Oh shit.
Because it's basically, without saying too much, a human turned into like a war machine, and after that trying to learn emotions and stuff and actually becoming more human-like. So I would not surprise if like that has ever happened, like a child got. It's not like I don't know if the story of like Rambo and stuff was actually true again. But basically, just turning someone into a war machine and then later on trying to, without war, trying to become normal again, I guess. So I would definitely see that being able to be real.
That's fucking dope. That's a crazy concept actually. Now I gotta look into this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I get very sappy during certain animes and shit. So if you cried, I'd probably fucking cry too. Animes to me are a lot more like touching than like IRL type shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Only because like I just feel like storylines of certain animes are just a lot deeper than like a lot of the fucking movies we see today. Even like a lot of the shows that you watch today. Like I don't really watch IRL shows, to be honest with you. I fucking would rather not. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh, this next question, it really trips a lot of people up, so I'm curious to see your answer. If you had a guilt-free, legality-free pass to punch anybody in the face, who would it be and why?
Okay, so my first instinct, which is not gonna be my answer, was just saying any of my close friends' names. Just be like, "Come here, I'm gonna punch you now, and I'm gonna get away with it." But I will say this. I don't know if that will trigger some people, but I will generally punch Donald Trump for some of the stuff he has done recently. So I'm sorry for the people that are Trump supporters. It's not that I hate them specifically, but just the kind of stuff that is like saying there's only two genders and just everyone that is non-binary, transgender and stuff basically not having a gender anymore. Like you are male or female. That goes a lot against my own personal things.
Fair, valid. And one thing I will say about this is like, when it comes to religion, you know, political affiliation, things of that nature, I don't give a fuck what anybody's beliefs are. I judge people on the content of their character and who they are. So, you know, if we have conflicting views or, you know, conflicting religious views or, mind you, I don't fucking give a shit about politics. I'm not gonna lie to you. But, like, even if we have a clash of opinions, at the end of the day, we can agree to disagree, but we can still be fucking homies, right? Because
Yeah.
just because they're one way, you know, or who they believe in or who they voted for, you know, it goes against what I believe in, doesn't fucking make them any more or less of a person and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because how I see this, at the end of the day, we're all human. As long as you don't do something that is extremely harmful to other people,
Yep.
you are good in my book. As soon as you do something bad to someone, you immediately get a strike. And if it's something really bad, get the hell out.
Yep. Agreed. Fucking agreed. Agreed. I love that mindset. I love that mindset, my friend. Seriously. Because, you know, like, I mean, I'll be completely fucking honest with you, and this might trigger some people as well. But like after the election or whatever, when Donald Trump won, you know, I posted a status talking about basically like, you know, there's so much divide in the world as it is. We don't need a divisive thing like politics to divide us anymore. So just like be kinder to like your common neighbor and like your friends and stuff like that. And I had a bunch of people be like, well, who did you vote for? And I was like, if you want me to be completely honest, I didn't fucking vote. I don't vote. I don't give a fuck to vote, because at the end of the day, this is all honestly, I think politics, like in general, are all like, it's all rigged. It's all controlled by somebody else. So when I said that, I lost a lot of people who had been following me and like talking to me like fairly consistently for like the past year and a half. So I was like, you know what? If you are upset at the fact that I didn't vote, like, it is what it is. Like, I got nothing against you. I don't hate you. But like, you know, something like that, like, it's just silly. It's just silly to throw away a friendship over the fact that I didn't fucking vote, you know?
Yeah, it's like you became friends for something that is non-political. Why does one political decision make it so you can't hang out with them anymore? They're still the same person. They are just, in that aspect, they just do not care so much about the same person. Like, if I was American and I
Yep.
would vote against Trump, for example, I would not go to friends being like, "Oh, you support Trump? I'm gonna remove you." No, he is just a person. He's just a person that I do not have anything to do with, really. I do not speak to him on a personal level, so I do not care what you think of him.
Yeah,
That's mindset.
I love that. I do. I really respect that fucking point of view and stuff. So, you
You
know,
became my
oh,
friend for non-political reasons, so I'm not gonna make a political reason swap that entire view.
man, you know, you're 21 years old, but you got a fucking great head on your shoulders, my friend. Seriously, I really do respect that. Really do. You're very wise. You're very wise for being 21, and I have a feeling by the time you're my age, you'll have your life completely figured out. You know, you'll have a partner, you'll have your bakery, you know, and you'll be doing fucking amazing things. And I want to say that I'm very proud of you for having that mindset at 21. Dude. Seriously.
Thank you. Social work has helped with that a lot too.
I feel that. Oh my goodness. We got 2 more questions and we're over an hour right now. It's crazy. You're doing fucking fantastic. All right. This next question is a little controversial, but I'd love to ask it to everybody. Do you believe in aliens or the paranormal? And if so, explain why.
Okay, that is an interesting one. Because I am quite on the fence on that thing. Because it's like, I am open for both mindsets in that case. Like, paranormal, there's a line you can there's not really a line where you can say this is real, this is fake. Some things that I've seen have happened without seemingly someone actually controlling it. Some things have been faked so much that it's like not believable. So I have my mindset that it's like, whatever is real, I will support that. If it's fake, I will support it as well. It's just I do not want to exclude the option to think about it. So if we talk about like aliens, my mind's like, if there are aliens out there and we actually find them, I'll be like, okay, damn, you guys were right. If they never find it, I'll be like, okay, so guess they might not exist. But I won't say like they're entirely not real. And if you believe in it, that's cool. I'm just saying I don't know.
Fair enough. So you're somebody who loves to have like the proof. The proof is in the pudding, right? If you have factual evidence supporting it, then you'll believe it. But up until then, it is what it is.
Yeah, up until then, it's basically like I will not deny it, nor will I confirm it.
Yep. I feel that. For me, I mean, I will be. And I tell this to everybody who asks a question. Like, I'll be completely transparent about this. I have seen and experienced some things in my life that cannot be explained by normal logical thought process, right? And I won't go too much into depth or into detail about it, obviously. But for like the whole alien type thing, like if we truly believe in the Big Bang Theory and we 100% go off, science stating that the universe is forever expanding, right? That means that the universe essentially is infinite. And with that being said, if the universe is infinite, then I see no mathematic possibility where we are the only living and intelligent life form. That's my belief, my thought process. But we haven't physically seen anything yet. So, until then, oh, good.
I get that mindset because it's in that case, yeah, almost everyone believes in the Big Bang Theory, but yet no one has really been able to seen it or record it. So it's how do you believe in that? How does everyone believe in that without proof, but no one believes in the other things without proof? I get the conflictions between that, basically.
So and another thing to go off of is, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be completely wrong in this, so fact checkers, if you're fucking fact check this, motherfuckers. They say, I believe the Milky Way is like 100. It's like 100,000 or 100. I think it's 100,000 light years across, right? 100,000 light years across, and I believe fuck. I don't even know. The actual the speed of light is absolutely fucking ridiculous. I think it's like 130,000 fucking miles per second. So,
yeah,
if it takes 100,000 light years to cross just our galaxy, and according to scientific speculation, there's hundreds of millions, if not, or not hundreds of millions, hundreds of billions of stars and planetary systems just in our galaxy, and there are billions of galaxies. That's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential, my friend.
Potential is a good word for this, indeed.
So yeah, no, I respect the logic behind it. Absolutely.
It's basically just my opinion is that way, so I can be like, I won't, if someone talks to me like that, I won't be putting them down. Basically, I'll be making sure they are. And basically that every side is heard and it's like not feeling like, oh god, I can't talk about it, because they'll just be like, no, it doesn't exist, or yes, it does exist. If you don't believe me, here's a million ways of proof. Now, if you believe in it, that is good. I will not judge you on it, as long as you just don't shove it down my throat.
Love it. You are someone of great character. I'm the same fucking way. Just don't impose your beliefs on me, and I won't impose mine on you.
Had that with religion before, where in a supermarket, this guy constantly kept coming back and like, I'm like, okay, I'm atheist because I'm not atheist fully, because I'm like, I want to also be open in that way, that if something does happen, if a god is real, that's be sick. If it's not real, doesn't change anything. But this guy just came up to me and was like constantly, like 4 or 5 times in a row, like once every week, he just came down and started preaching for God a lot. And I was like, Okay, sir, if I want to believe in it, I'll believe in it. But please stop trying to do this every single week where you just constantly keep talking about it and just not stay there for like 5 minutes. It's like,
Mhm.
I did not ask for you to give me a preach on it every single week.
Yo, we have this dude at my work. I'm gonna call him G. I call him Super G. I won't say his real name, but apparently back in the day he was like a quote unquote enforcer for the mob. And you know, he was like heavy on like the steroids and everything, but like after COVID hit, he got really fucking sick, and then after he got really sick, he had an epiphany and like became a man of God. That's how he talks.
Oh, yeah.
And so one day he comes up to me and he starts like reciting like Bible verses, and he's like, well, do you believe in God? And I'm like, listen, Super G, whether I believe in God or not really is irrelevant. I just want you to know that I have been fucking and I'm not married. All right, so you take that how you want. And he's just like, blasphemy. Oh my God. I'll pray for you tonight. Oh God. And I just walk away and shit. He was so fucking appalled by that answer. And he hasn't talked to me since. Oh, the guy is fucking wild. But
Yeah.
oh man. Okay, so tell me something. When you get really stressed or down, what are some of your outlets that you use for therapy, if you will? Like, what do you do that's therapeutic to you?
Oh, okay, if you say that way, okay. I
Yeah.
was gonna say, because I have a bad habit of isolating myself
Same.
when I feel bad. Um, even though the worst part of that is I try to isolate and then the closest friends message me and I'm just like, okay, instead of my usual instant response of 5 minutes, I'm gonna wait 10 minutes, and then it's like, 7 minutes later, I got a response. I can't leave them hanging.
Yep.
And but we talk about like actual like things I do for that. I would say, depends on the situation. Like if I'm stressed because of a busy room, because I'm not good with those, and a lot of like lights and stuff, my first thing I would do is put music on, or if I have them with me, my headphones to help calm me down.
Yeah.
If it's more of a room where I can do it, where I'm like by myself, I would draw, or I would start like singing. Basically, I would practice my hobbies when I'm feeling in that way.
That's a very good outlook on everything. You know, they are hobbies for a reason and shit. Me personally, like I'll start writing music, or like I'll go to the gym and stuff to let off some excess steam. In my opinion, like music is therapy to everybody, honestly, because there's so many different forms and types of music, and there's so many different ways that music can touch people, whether it be a song about, you know, somebody passing, or like a song that you listen to when you want to fight somebody, or a song you listen to when like you know, you're going through like love struggles and things of that nature. So to me, music is very therapeutic, but it seems like it's therapeutic for a lot of people as well, you know.
Not, not me with my Spotify rats being like, what was it? It was like nearly half a year of music listened to it or something.
God
It was like,
damn.
it was an insane amount. I don't even know if I have a picture of it. I think I would do, because it'd be December 2024 or something like that, I think. Actually, I'm curious now what my actual amount was, because it was like insane. Oh, I found it. Where is it? Wait, no, that's just the list numbers. There was one song that I listened to 1,400 times
Holy
in like
shit.
probably a month.
In a month?
Yes. Yes. Okay, so I can see YouTube Music was like 9,000 minutes, but why do I not see the Spotify one? Shit, that's annoying. Anyways, the Spotify one was probably like nearly. Oh God, I want to actually find this now. I'm dedicated.
Oh
I know
my
I probably put it. Wait, I
Oh,
can search it in this channel. I probably can find. It has been talked about in this Discord, so I can probably find it. Yeah, what's everyone's Spotify's rap? Oh, I found it.
let's go
Oh, by 110,000 minutes listened
to to
in
that.
2024.
Oh, okay. I was like, yo, to that song, what? 100 and oh my god, hold on. I'm a man of numbers and shit. So hold on one second. Calculator. All right. Oh, I'm kink shaming you right now. You said 110,000?
Yeah.
Oh my god. 1,833 hours. Now let's divide that by 24. That means you listen to 76.38 days of music. So 7, 14, 21, 28, 30. So you listen to fucking 20% of the year you had music playing. Holy fuck.
Also added like 6 days and a quarter of a day for YouTube, and yeah, that is basically the day I spent list of the moment I listened to music throughout 2024.
Holy shit. So you're at like a
And
23% ratio on the year.
and the worst part was the fact that during like I think 3 months or something in the year, I was listening to like a podcast instead for, for that. So in that time, I could have also listened to music 8 hours a day, 5 times a week.
Holy shit. That's a whole nother job in itself. Putting in 40? God damn.
Yeah, basically, if I'm allowed to put music on, I will put music on.
I love that. I fucking love that. Holy shit. My friend, you are a very interesting person to talk to. Now I want to preface or no, not even preface. I want to say this. Generally when I finish up these interviews, I let everybody know that within like probably 3 or 4 months, I want to bring you guys back on and talk about more like other topics and whatnot that are of interest to you, because this is basically just like a feeler of just basically to, like scratching the surface of getting to know somebody and stuff. So let's see, maybe in like April or May, I'd like to bring you back on the show or the podcast and talk to you about more like IRL type shit and like other crazy fucking things that you've been going through, IRL type stuff, or like beliefs, things of that nature. So yeah, this has been definitely a fucking dope session. I got to hang out with a fucking somebody amazing with a sexy ass voice who seems like they have it fucking have it together, So shout out to you, my friend. If you were to impart one piece of advice to anybody who's going through it right now, what would it be?
Okay. So the thing in that moment is your brain will not be thinking clearly. That is for one. You might be thinking like, "Oh, I'm all alone. There's no better thing to do right now." But even then, from experience as well, you always have your friends around you. You always have people around you that care. It's just in that one moment you are not thinking about them because you're too busy thinking about the bad things that your brain is trying to make you think.
Yeah.
So if you're really down and you're basically just like at your lowest point, reach out to that one person you think that might be reach out to the one person you trust the most and tell them what you need. Because one fun fact that I've heard is that if someone's feeling sad, you only need 6 minutes from another person to already feel better, which is funny because everyone has 6 minutes in a day to call someone or to text someone, or not to call someone in this case. So if you only call someone for 6 minutes, you can basically already make their day better. And what is 6 minutes in an entire day?
It's not very much in the grand scheme of things, but I've never heard of that. That's fucking beautiful.
So if you're ever feeling down, just go to the closest person. Be honest about it, because if you just go to someone being like, "Hey, I'm feeling a bit sad," someone might be like, "Oh yeah, we all feel sad, so you can go read a book or something. But if you generally say like, "Hey, I'm really going through some tough stuff. Do you have some time to let me talk to you?" Most of the time, they will make some time for you, or they'll try to plan in a moment where they can give you it the soonest. So don't be alone during those moments. That is the best advice.
I love that. That's some very, very sound and very wise advice. Dawn, it has been a pleasure, my friend. Why don't you go ahead and give your handles to everybody again before we go ahead and end this session, my friend?
It's been a pleasure to meet you. Oh, that's me Scottish accent. Oh. I've been trying to not do that much, but yeah. So you can find me on basically Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Blue Sky, all under the name of DawnStealerVT. Maybe if that doesn't work, maybe DawnStealer, but DawnStealerVT should work everywhere. So yeah.
Love it. Links will be posted below in the actual info section on the YouTube video. And with that being said, thank you so much, my friend, for taking basically the past hour and a half to come on the podcast and just talk about you and who you are and give people a more in-depth look of who you are as a VTuber and also outside of the VTuber. That being said, everybody, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. We're going to go ahead and cut the podcast right here. Dawn, you are a fucking amazing person, my friend. Never change, please.
Thank you kindly.
Yes. Well, all right. We are going to end with the normal ending screen. So give me about 30 seconds, and then I will reach out to you in the DMs.
Shook it up in that VTuber community. I'm running shit, I got diplomatic immunity. I run my mouth and there's no getting it through to me. I'm Lumi, such a poet, I speak this shit all so beautifully. King, I'm killing it, killing shit, this ain't new to me. Such a lonely road traveled, I do it dutifully. I see the pleasure in solo, so I just murder shit. And if I